Welcome to another video where I help you with your carp fishing questions and queries to put more fish on the bank for you.
Are you listening? Damn.
If this is the first time you've come across this channel and you like these type of videos and you want to see more, you may want to think about hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell notification icon and you'll get notified every time I release a new video. This week's question comes from John Butterworth, who asks, with the weather getting colder, I want to start fishing maggots because I've heard they're very good and produce lots of fish in the winter. Can you help me with how I should fish them? Of course, Paul. Now, maggots could be a really deadly winter method, but used in the right way. Now, I used to fish maggots on the hook, but they could be very messy and dirty and get in your fingers, and just they're quite horrible to deal with. But fish absolutely love them. But what I tend to do now is I fish a nice little 12 or 10 mil boilie, either on the bottom bait or on a pop-up, and attach a maggot cluster to the top of the pop-up or bottom bait. I found that it's a lot less messier. They keep their buoyancy as well. And when I used to use real maggots on the hook, a lot of the times they get sucked to death by the silverfish in the lake. So you know you're 100% fishing for the amount of time that you've got your hook bait out there using the plastic maggots on top of either a pop-up or a bottom bait. As for feeding the maggots, I like to mix them in with hemp, with maize, with chopped boilie. I like to use them as a sort of base for a spod mix. I don't like to use too many maggots, like gallons and gallons. I can't see the point of it. 3 or 4 pints for a weekend session is more than enough. Something else I do to make my maggots stand out from everybody else who's using them on the lake, because it can be that you're fishing a lake and everyone will be using maggots. The fish sort of get used to them, and yes, there's still catch on them, but I want mine to stand out. I want to be different to everybody else's. And I use either one of two powders to enhance those maggots. One, hydrodized liver powder can be a great attractor in the winter and all year round, but especially in the colder water temperatures. Another brilliant little edge that I use is a powder called turmeric. It's a spicy powder which they use in Indian cooking and all other types of cooking. And the key to it is to keeping those maggots fresh and working and putting out all that attraction is to sieve them twice a day. Riddle them twice a day. Get your maggots, riddle them through, get yourself a big bowl or bucket, get yourself a riddle, put the maggots through once, get rid of any dead ones or any bits and pieces, and then add a handful of turmeric or a handful of liver powder, let them run through, seal them back up again, and then do that twice a day. What this does, it takes out the ammonia that the maggots generate. Ammonia, the fish really don't like. It's a bitter sort of chemical that maggots emit into the system, into the water system. You can smell it sometimes. When you get the maggot, you go, "Oh, that's quite strong," and the fish really don't like it. And if everyone else is doing that, to make yours stand out, use that little trick, that little edge of either the turmeric or the liver powder, or mix them both together. Because the maggots will ingest that as well, and they'll be kicking out lots of flavour and lots of attraction, and not kicking out ammonia, which the fish don't like. So there's a couple of little tips of how to fish your maggots on your hook bait and to give you that little edge with your loose feed. Hope you enjoyed that video, Paul, and I hope it gives you a lot of ideas of how to use maggots in the winter time. Don't forget, if you like these type of videos, guys, and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and you'll get notified every time I do a new video. See you for the next video.